Hello friends, and welcome back to Pokemon Crystal, the worst final evolutions. So last time we started up the game and we have acquired the first two members of our group. Ray, the Laribah, and Weber, the Spinarak. And the objective today is to cross Route 30 and 31 and try to make our way up to Violet City. But to do that, I'm gonna have to give these guys a little bit of help, because level-wise, they're gonna struggle trying to get all the way up there, and there's a bunch of trainers I have to fight too. So, I'm gonna spend the first little bit of time just trying to get some experience on these guys, and hopefully a few levels. And we'll see how this goes. Okay, Caterpie is pretty good as a first fight, not too difficult. How well will Tackle do? Oh, that was a critical? Oh boy. Oh, I'm gonna bring Weber in for this. Weber does have access to Poison Sting, so if I get poison on the Caterpie, it will hopefully fall faster. And if Caterpie just wants to keep using String Shot, I'm okay with that. Poison? Okay, perfect. So Caterpie will fall a lot faster, and that means I probably won't have to take as much damage. Okay. Should be after this round. So poison does its damage, and knockout. Okay. It's a little bit of experience for these guys. Might take a few more fights. So while that's going on, I'm gonna try to give a little bit of an explanation as to why I put these two onto my team. Because I remember when I was playing the Pokemon Red Worst Final Evolutions, I never really delved into why certain Pokemon would have been part of the team. Like, maybe very brief. That's why I did the discussion video at the end of the last episode. So I'm gonna try to be a little more thorough as I get the Pokemon, and what better way than to start with these two here. I'll start with Laribah since it's the obvious one. Laribah and Ledeon, they are very much defensive Pokemon, so they're able to take hits, but they're not able to dish out damage effectively. Now, you could use support sets to help alleviate that. But as far as offenses go, Laribah and Ledeon do not learn any moves that are of their types. So they do not learn any bug moves, and they don't learn any flying moves. Their offenses are limited to a few other types. Now, there are some moves that those two get, the elemental punches being the two that I'm hopefully going to try to get. But by itself, Laribah and Ledeon will not be able to do a whole lot of work, so they will have to have a reliance on their teammates. And because of that, like, there are a lot of Pokemon that could probably just solo their way through the game, but this team here will probably need to use a lot of help between each other. Statistically speaking, the Laribah line and the Spinarak line, and I'll get to Spinarak in a bit, they don't have as much base stats as the other Pokemon in this generation. They are some of the lowest, and that alone just means that, like, they're Pokemon that they're supposed to be replaced by stronger ones as you acquire them. They're not really supposed to get you through the entire game from start to finish. So that reliance on being members of the, like, oh, how am I trying to say this here? The fact that they alone wouldn't be able to do it is what makes it a lot harder for them to get through the game by themselves, and that is where the challenge lies. Now, as far as Spinarak and its evolution Ariados are concerned, they do have a few more things going for it than the Laribah line. Their offenses are a lot higher. and they do have access to other offensive moves. They do have access to Poison type's new strongest move, Sludge Bomb, but that is really the only move it gets. It only learns one Bug type move in Leech Life, and if you saw how effective Leech Life was in my Pokemon Red Worst Final Evolutions, then maybe I'll be keeping Leech Life on Ariados just for the fun of it. But as far as defenses are concerned, Ariados is a Bug and Poison type, and those are the two worst types in the entire game. And funnily enough, in this game, they tried to give a little bit more love to Bug types. So not only did they introduce a bunch of new Bug Pokemon, they also introduced two new Bug moves, being Fury Cutter and Mega Horn. But the problem is, Mega Horn is the signature move of probably the best Bug-type Pokemon in Generation 2, that being Heracross. And Fury Cutter is only learned by a handful of bugs as opposed to a lot of bugs. And Laribah, Ledeon, Spinarak, and Ariados cannot learn it. So even in a generation where they tried to give some love to bug types, they did not give any love to all the bug types. Did that come out right? I meant to say they didn't give a lot of love to these bugs. I'll have to look over that in a bit. Okay, what was their health at again? Okay, well, Weber's putting in a lot of work here, but I kind of need that because I need to get some levels on these two bugs. Okay, now if I remember, Pidgey does not start with Gust in this generation, it only starts with Tackle. So I should still be safe in trying to take down a Pidgey, so I won't have to deal with any super effective flying moves. Now, here's hoping. Okay, of course I'm slower. Just hope I can get some poison on it, because if Laribah has to deal with this... Oh, this is not good. Poison? Critical? Critical poison! Nice job, Weber! But I am going to switch, because now Laribah should be able to handle the rest of this. Yeah, Laribah by itself does not learn a lot of offensive moves, and its offenses really are low. Like, its attack stat is one of the lowest in the game. And early game you may not notice that, but in the late game you definitely notice that. Okay, and there's the use of the berry. I was kind of hoping to avoid that, but oh well. And down goes Pidgey. So a few more points here. Alright, I'm not confident enough to take down the first trainer that I'll come across, so I'm gonna try to get these guys up one last level. And maybe that'll be enough to take down a trainer. Alright. Let's try this again. What do I have left for berries? Only one. That's not good. Might be putting that on Weber and trying to use Weber for poison shenanigans. So let's see what I can do here. Might still only be about 2 fights to get these both up to level 5. But as long as... Ooh, that was strong. Ooh, this could be a problem. This could be a real problem. Weber, please poison! Oh no. This might come down to Laribah. This is gonna come down to Laribah. Ooh boy. Come on, Laribah, I believe in you. Oh, you're faster than a Pidgey. Oh, you might have some good speed stats on you. Oh no. I'm ducking out. I'm ducking out. I will not be able to take this Pidgey down. Oh, this is telling. If I'm struggling against these Pokemon now, the later Pokemon are going to be just an absolute riot. Alright, healing up again. think yeah, I should switch Weber out to the front and then try to see if I can get some poison going right off the bat. And if I get the poison, switch. Yeah, that'll work. And maybe if I find some Caterpies, that'll be easy enough for me to take down. Because all I'd have to do is just take down 2 of them each. Well, hey, speaking of Caterpie. Let's see how well poison works. Okay, that's much better compared to what Pidgey was doing to us earlier. So, come on, poison! Poison? Poison! Please? Oh my goodness. It's like supposed to be like a 30% or 40%, 30 or 40% chance to poison. I'm getting pretty unlucky with the coin flips. Okay, well that is weak enough that I could knock it out in 2 hits, so that will let me get Ray in here safely. Okay. Well, if it just wants to keep string shotting, that's okay. Awesome! Still have to knock out 1 more Pokemon, but oh well, that's experience, and I need it. Okay, let's... 1 more. And then I can at least attempt a trainer. And conveniently enough, it's another Caterpie. So... yeah, I forget if I mentioned this, but while the Spinarak and Ariados lines do have offenses, they do not have speed, which kind of surprised me. I thought that line always had a bit of speed behind it. There's the poison. I'll just get another hit on here while I can. And... okay, that should be good enough. Bring in Ray. One more tackle down, but the poison still triggers. Now this should be it. Knockout? Nope. This Caterpie has some defenses. But it's not enough when poison's involved. Down goes the Caterpie. And we got our level 5. Okay, stats look a little balanced. And stats look a little lopsided. At least it's getting some attack. Because I need it to have attack. Alright, well, hello again, Nurse Joy. Man, you're coming here quite frequently. I'm sorry, these 2 bugs, they just keep getting hurt. Well, it's cool that you care about your Pokemon a lot. We hope to see you again. Alright, well, got to level 5, so I'm hoping that's good enough to start taking down some trainers. Gonna make Weber hold a berry here. And we'll see how well I take down the first trainer. And I'm gonna try not fighting wild Pokemon in order to conserve some strength. Although I don't know how well that'll go. Please? No. This wasn't supposed to be this hard, this difficult. Okay. Now I'm just trying to make sure here. Okay, good. Another berry obtained. So, I will give that as a backup to Ray. Now in the later game, just regular berries won't serve me much purpose, but in the early game, they're very invaluable as keeping these low-level Pokemon alive. Okay, yep. Now, and I also did say that I'm not allowed to use items like potions in battle, but outside of battle is fair game, so I can use them to help keep me alive as I make progression through dungeons. Okay, first trainer. I just lost, so I'm trying to find more Pokemon. Wait, you look weak. We'll see how right he is. This is... yes, this is the infamous youngster Joey and his top percentage Rattata. So, let's see how well this goes. Yep. And... oh, thank goodness. That will make this fight a lot easier to deal with. Yes. Let the poison drain your health, Rattata. Oh, that... okay, it's getting a little dangerous on the tail whips, but I should be able to switch to Ray. Ooh. I think I'll be able to safely switch to Ray. And they'll both get some experience out of this. Perfect. That could have gone a lot worse. Wonderful! That worked a lot better than I expected. So much so that I'll just use a potion on Weber and try the next trainer. Now, in this game, you're able to get the phone numbers of trainers, of some of the trainers that you defeat in battle. And sometimes they'll call you up for a conversation or say they found something for you. Youngster Joey here is well known for calling you up just to talk about his Rattata, which he calls the top percentage Rattata. And the cool part about that is there is some truth to what he's saying. To explain that, I'm going to delve a little bit into one of the mechanics of this game, which is called... it's called in later games individual values, but in this generation they're called determinate values, or DVs. And how it works in the game is every Pokemon, as soon as you encounter them or hatch them from an egg, or any way that you find a Pokemon, they come with a set of numbers attached to each of their stats. So their health, their attack, defense, their speed, and in this game's case, they're one number for both their special stats, just to allow cross compatibility with previous games. And how it works is each of the stats is assigned a number from 0 to 15, and as they level up, their stats will vary based on the number that they've got. So if the number is 0, then by the time they reach level 100, their stats should be, assuming they didn't train with any Pokemon. So let's just say it was raced to level 100 instantaneously. Their stats would be at their absolute lowest. And if the Pokemon had 15 in all of its stats, then when it reaches level 100 in the same situation, then every one of their stats would be 15 points higher than the Pokemon that was instantly raised with no training attached to it. There's another system attached to how when you defeat Pokemon you get stat points, which creates more variances in stats, but that's not what I'm trying to explain here. I'm sure if you looked it up you could find a guide that would explain it better than what I'm doing right now. But there is a variance based solely on whether or not a Pokemon has good DVs or not. And what's really cool about youngster Joey's Rattata is, despite being a Pokemon that's used by a regular trainer, his Rattata actually has perfect DVs across all of its stats. And you can kind of tell he's thinking, oh hey, this Rattata seems to be performing better than regular Rattata. And it's so cool that there is truth to his words. And I like that attention to detail that they did. Now, for anyone who's wondering why I didn't get his phone number, because I would love to get his phone number, I actually need to keep my phone list empty for another Pokemon that I'm going to be getting a little bit later, hopefully only in a few episodes from now. And I need the phone number of a certain trainer to help me locate a Pokemon. And once I finished with that, I could just easily go back and grab the phone numbers of any trainers that I want to have throughout the run. If they call you up randomly and just be like, hey, I want to talk to you about my Rattata, then that itself can be its own form of comedy, or just a little bit of fun to spice up the playthrough. But sadly for now, I have to not get youngster Joey's phone number. Later, perhaps. Okay, well, we're making some good progress here. Managed to take down the first two trainers, no problem, and we are getting some levels on the Pokemon. So we can now make our way up a little further. And if I remember correctly, there should only be bug catcher trainers. Are you a trainer? No, you're not the trainer. It's the one that's coming up here next. So, yeah, there's the trainer right there. And I will have to fight him, but thankfully he only has bugs. Okay, well, that level 4 Caterpie I think would be good. I can get some more experience on Ray just to help it out. Hopefully I don't waste the berry. So, poison? Man, when you want poison, it doesn't appear, and then when you least expect it, it does appear. Now, if you just want to keep string-shotting me, that's totally fine. Half health, no poison. That's right, Caterpie, keep string-shotting. I am okay with this. One more. And then I can switch in Ray here. Yep, I can do that now. So, bring in Ray, have it get some experience. Go, Ray! Oh, now you tackle me. I see how it is. Tackle attack, and Caterpie goes down. Is that enough? Oh, so close. Now, I should... yeah, put Ray in there, and I can fight the bug catcher here. And that should get me enough experience to get up to the next level. And thankfully, bug types are not the hardest thing to deal with. So yeah, we just start with a regular old Caterpie, who is even lower level than what I was dealing with. So here we go. Okay, as long as the Caterpie string shots, that should be another 4 hits, I think. Of course, as soon as I say that, it starts tackling. Yeah, that should be another 4 hits. Ooh, lucky miss. Yes, and thankfully this isn't a case of every move having a 1 in 256 chance of missing like the Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow games. This time, accuracy actually is calculated correctly. So, if it misses, it misses. Alright, raise up to level 6. And another Caterpie. So, should be able to take care of this Caterpie. Oh, speaking of misses. Okay. Can't use items. I'm gonna let Weber get in here and try to poison this Caterpie and hopefully knock it out. That's good. Fails its string shot. Poison? No! I want to poison you! Speed has fallen. Yeah. Trying to conserve the berries as best I can, because I can only pick from those trees once a day. If I wanted to get more, I'd have to wait a day and then come back and try to get more berries. So try to conserve these ones that I've got as best I can. But hey, we took down the bug catcher. You're too strong. Aha, my bugs are stronger than your bugs. Okay, and we've made it to the next route, Route 31. Thankfully, also a very short route. Ooh, Bellsprout. Now there's a tower in Violet City where a bunch of sages are training to be like Bellsprouts, and conveniently they all use Bellsprout. And what's really handy is that Bellsprout only knows Vine Whip as its offensive move, and both of my Pokemon actually resist doubly Vine Whip. So Bellsprouts are really good Pokemon for me to get some experience off of. As slow as trying to knock it out will be, well, I don't want to switch out since I am trying to get the experience, but that's just going to burn my berry, sadly, so oh well. I mean, the berries are infinite as long as you wait a day, so it's not the saddest thing for me to get rid of. I'm sure there'll be hold items that I'll be finding later that I'll want to use. Okay, and down goes Bellsprout. That should be, yep, there's some good experience. Level 7. And no attack points that time. Do I make it? There we go. So, yeah, what do you say? Dark Cave. If Pokemon could light it up, I'd explore it. And yeah, unlike the last game where you could see the outline of everything, this generation, it's pitch black. So, I would need to use Flash if I wanted to actually explore Dark Cave. Now, gratefully, the use of Flash is only optional, it's not required. So I could navigate Dark Caves in the dark. So I don't have to expend a move slot for Flash. Although if I want to be someone who tries to reduce accuracy, then I might have one Pokemon on my team have Flash, just in case. We'll see what I feel like. So there's that guy there, he just wants to sleep in the open daylight. Alright, Weber's up at front, and we just have another bug catcher here that I want to fight. Caught a bunch of Pokemon, let's battle. If I remember correctly, this should be bug catcher Wade? Oh hey, I do remember the names. Alright, yeah, you should just have a couple Caterpies and a Weedle, so not too difficult to fight. As long as I can get poison off of it, that'll take them out sooner. Or they can just try string shotting and fail. But I like the fact that Poison Sting's able to knock it out in 3 hits and not take several. Okay, that's good. If I keep knocking out the Caterpies, that should be another level for Weber by the end of this. And they're all level 2 Caterpies, so they're at the lowest they can be. And the poison will help. Yeah, and thanks to getting poisoned first, poison triggers on the turn that it got poisoned. And it only did 1 point of damage. No difficulty at all. Alright, another... Okay, this one's the Weedle. Okay. I'm actually gonna keep Weber in, because I can hurt it a little bit. But if I was to bring out Ray, there is a chance that Ray would get poisoned. You can't poison a poison type, so if I keep Weber in, I dodge that, and it's not hurting me a lot. It's barely hurting me even. But it looks like I'm able to deal a few points of damage on the Weedle, so if I just wait patiently, I should be able to knock out Weedle and not have to worry about getting poisoned. Should be another 3 hits if I'm looking at this right. Oh, critical hit helps. So should still be 2 hits. Let's see how this does. Alright. I think I might have to get a good roll. That Weedle might still live a hit. Nope. This time I got a good number. And we're at level 7 now. Oh, offenses are looking good. Okay. Now this one, if I felt like it, I could switch in Ray and have Ray get a little bit of experience. Okay. Alright, the berry on Weber now triggers. That's fine. I mean, by the time I probably deal with anything important, the berry should be back. So if I needed to, I can go grab a few extra berries and have them ready to go. But, here we go. So, now I fought the last trainer here, and he can also give a phone number as well, but like I said before, I'm gonna just avoid that for now. His is a little special because he might call you up to say that he's got some berries to share with us. Ooh, that's a high-level Pidgey. Since I'm near the Pokemon Center, maybe if I can get some poison, I might be able to do this. Okay, that's good, that's good. And it's also got Sand Attack. Okay, whilst I finish battling this Pidgey here, so yeah, like I was saying, Bugcatcher Wade might call you up sometimes to hand out a free berry. And that is another source of getting berries in this game, if Wade calls you up at the right time. Okay, so is that... Okay, switch to Ray here. That way Weber stays alive. You can sand attack me all you want, Pidgey, but in the end, the poison will take you out. If I can somehow hit you. Well, I'm glad I poisoned you first. Yep, I am glad I poisoned you. And down goes Pidgey. Okay. Now, I think just in case, I'm gonna put Ray up in front. Ray is faster, so the odds of running away are a lot better. And just in case I ran into another wild Pokemon there. But we have made it to Violet City. And this is where I'm gonna call the episode here. We have made quite a bit of progress, and I'm quite pleased with how this has all turned out. Their levels have gotten a lot higher. They're able to handle their own against certain Pokemon, so progress is being made. And then we'll just continue the journey on the next episode. And the next episode is going to be a doozy. And I'll explain more about that then. So until then, thank you very much for watching today. Take care, stay safe, and have a good day.